Hello everyone. I hope you all are going well with your online classes. So today I am here to talk upon the poem Pestilence in 19th Century Calcutta, written by Keki N. Daruwala. So he is a famous Indian Parsi poet in English who has been noted for the vigor and immediacy of language and his indignant cynicism about the predicament of human society. So, the present poem that we are going to take, that is Pestilence in 19th Century Calcutta, it's about a tragic event, as the title suggests, pestilence. So, it is about a tragic event, an outbreak of cholera which occurred in the history of Bengal. He takes us through the responses of the different communities to the horror of painful death. So, it's a kind of social satire, a kind of an awareness of the contemporary situation. So Daruwala, his poems are supposed to talk upon about death, disease. So these are the main themes that he usually takes in his poem. So in this poem, the poet speaks about the tragic suffering of the people in Calcutta when it was stricken with cholera during the 19th century. So, when we read the poem, the poet introduces us to the tragic situation in which the people were painfully dying due to cholera. The poem begins with the barber's comment to his white sahib, "Black fellow die much." And it is totally ironic because the line sarcastically reminds us of the servile attitude of the colonized to the white colonizer. So the people in the ghettos died a horrible, painful death. Ghettos, slums. So the people who are living in the slums, who are very poor, they are dying. They died a very painful death, and the funeral pyres burnt incessantly. In the second stanza, the poet paints the picture of a typical colonizer who is equally trapped along with the natives and in suffering the ravages of the epidemic. The Sahib is totally shocked as the whole land he felt was pregnant with the germs of cholera. Wherever wherever we can but the person can see, he can see the patients or the people suffering from this terrible disease. So what terrified him more was the way it affected the whites. They died like skittles, and they were buried in the same strange land in which the natives were buried. Next, the poet tells us how nature had also turned against humans and abated their death. The hot climate gave way to sudden rains, and the exhalation of the earth rapidly spread the fever and the fluxes, which was soon followed by death. So, what was tragic was that the deaths were sudden and unpredictable. One may lunch with a person in the afternoon. By evening, the news would arrive that he had died. So, it was most terrible part of this disease that it was totally unpredictable and sudden. In the next stanza, the poet tells us how the epidemic affected the whites and how they reacted against it. The poet feels it affected the white colonizers more than the natives. They were so frightened, the poet tells us that they carried the fear of death like a slipped disc through their lives. They tried all sorts of medicines and treatments to protect themselves from the epidemic. So, the poet sarcastically draws up a list of the remedies they sought. These people, they were ready to pay anything for the remedy. They were ready to pay anything to visit to a surgeon. They had to pay 1 rupee for an ounce of salt, 2 rupees for an ounce of bark. They had to pay extra for being leeched and to be blistered with hot irons. So, and they also fed on opium. and they tried everything to prevent themselves from cholera. Next, the poet takes us back to the Sahib. The Sahib reflects about the long years that he had spent in India working in the John Company. So, all those years, he had never thought of death. He had always felt that death came in the ghettos where the natives lived. He had never thought that such horrible disease could also affect the whites until the barber told him that day that about the ravages of cholera and how it was affecting the natives. 10 days later, he went to Hooghly for his winter tour. That day, he learned that the Sardar who had served him during the Bara Hajri, he was also stricken with cholera, and by evening he died. So the White Sahib was moved. He offered to meet the funeral expenses of the Sardar. And next day, along with his breakfast, he received a bill which made him blink. It read 5 rupees for roasted Sardar. So, the first line of the poem directly takes us to the satiric drama that is unfolded in the poem. And the significance of the poem lies in its sarcastic revelation of the attitude of one Indian to another during the British Raj, and also the Sahib's barber attitude towards the unfortunate fellow people living beyond the esplanade. And the poet is talking about people affected with cholera who died in great numbers. The corpses were cremated with very few liturgies, and the pyres burned higher and higher. And the poet refers to the smoke going up as the dead going up as the corpses were reduced to smoke and ash. So, what is special about the poem is this, that the disease, it does not differentiate between white and blacks. So the white were so frightened of death that they did everything in their power to escape from cholera. They paid 1 gold moher for a visit to the surgeon. 1 rupee, I have already discussed this, means they paid everything they could to protect themselves from this disease. So they paid the native medicine men for blood, letting with leech and blistering with hot irons. So the white turned to many remedies to save themselves from cholera. So the poet is talking about death and disease, and it delineates in tone tinged with sarcasm. There is also humor and pathos. The fate of the people who were killed without discrimination by the ravaging pestilence, cholera, during the British rule. So, according to the poet, even nature abated the sway of the contagious disease. So, this poem, as we all are facing also this corona pandemic, so the poem is about an epidemic, that is the pestilence in 19th century Calcutta. So this is a incident, the poem is all about an incident that occurred in Bengal. I hope you all have got the poem.